I really liked the opportunities that the RCMP were providing. I have a big heart, so I want to help people, and that interest and desire continues with me to this day. I think the RCMP is a family organization. I really think that they're very flexible in, scheduling and helping us be available for those things that are outside of policing. I think the mental health aspect and family is really important, and they stress on that quite a bit. So I think there's a lot of flexibility there to be more present at home. How much it would affect me as a person, as a woman, as a mother, just as a female police officer. There's a lot of things that you see and that you deal with on the job, and it's been surprising and somewhat challenging to have that become a part of you in every aspect of your life. I'm coming home, but sometimes I'm still feeling like I'm in that role. And I might be that police officer at home or with my family. And it's hard to separate and compartmentalize parts of the job and who I am as a person outside of the job. I think I throw all my effort and energy into my kids' activities and what they're doing at school. Like, I have to completely turn off that switch and just consume the rest of my evening with my family, learning about what they did in class and just kind of delving into that piece, because that's what is the most important thing for me in my life, right, is my family. And so I have to be able to separate the two. So we're basically on speed dial with every school here in town. So we might get requests for presentations for the educational part of our position and the process of policing, like what do I need to know in order to report something to the police and what the process of that looks like. So we're often in the schools dealing with those things. In addition to that, we're there just to mingle, right? To get to know the students, make that presence with the youth and children and be able to say, you can come talk to us. We're trustworthy. You can come to us. You can approach us and just to chat. If you have an issue, we're here for you. And just kind of build that relationship and kind of bridge that gap that we've seen so much of between that age group and police officers. Entering high school, we really see a lot of trauma, a lot of mental health changes. Life is hard. Life is hard for these kids, and it dramatically changes, and we see that in them, which results in us having to put out a lot of fires and unfortunately get involved as police officers. And some of the hardest parts is knowing that I've done everything that I can for this individual and in whatever way, and it just not being enough. And that's probably the hardest part. Well, there's a lot of risks. Just being a police officer, being a uniformed police officer, I've had a lot of near-death experiences in the 13 years I've been a police officer. You don't know what you're walking into. You don't know which vehicle you're stopping. You don't know what house you're going into. You don't know the person that you're going to deal with next, because the situations are so dynamic and fluid that's the scary part of the job. And I don't think that will ever go away. I think it's the relationship building with some of these at-risk youth, being called to the school because that student wants to talk to me, doing something for that student that might be, unfortunate, challenging, and kind of sad at the time, but only a week later having that student call and saying, what you did really changed things for me. And that is probably the most rewarding piece for me, is seeing somewhat, even the little difference in the life of these youth. If that it's a slight change, positive change, that makes it all worth it.